Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to proceed, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Dirt Rally. It's week 54 of the Game Decathlon competition. We are heading into stage 7 of 10 here in Finland. And outside of some heavy radiator damage, the car is looking to be in pretty decent shape. Sadly, that is taking most of our repair time. One there. Let's get up to about 93. Oof, that's what we're gonna get, huh? That's what we get. This race is pretty brutal on the car. Over the last two stages, which I did off camera, I lost 30 seconds on one of the stages and took a little damage. That's where that radiator damage came from. I actually ran through the finish line, the timing beacon at the finish line, and that's what did that. A good chunk of that radiator damage, and some of it was done at one chief mistake that actually came with a penalty, as I hit a berm pretty bad and it flipped me up and over it and right to where the crowd was, so picked up a quick penalty on that one. Otherwise, I had a really good stage 5 and stage 6. Stage 6 in particular was almost mistake-free. I had one small mistake where I got off the road a little bit and lost about 5 seconds. But beyond that, ran very clean, had 4 green sectors out of the 8 sectors, and finished just 11 seconds down in the end. I am comfortably in 4th place right now, just over 2 minutes down. I think 2:11 is the time right now. And Vaselli in 3rd. I caught back up to a bit. There's about 30 seconds separating the two of us at the moment. Now, if I'm going to make gains, I will need to go a little bit faster and spend a little more time listening and paying attention to the instructions and not just blind driving by sight. Make good use of my co-pilot. And talking my way through doesn't necessarily do that.
Right 5 past junction and crest. And left 6 through dip into middle over crest, 40. Keep right over long crest, jump maybe. Left 6 over bump and crest. Care right 6 tightens 4 over crest, jump maybe. Into left 4 half long dunk cut, 40. Right 5 past junction, keep in over crest jump. And crest jump maybe.
That would be similar to that mistake that I made on stage 6 where I lost that 5 seconds or so. And I'd say that was actually even less. It was probably only about 3 seconds that time, as I got wide left and saw that power pole and had to come back across the track to avoid hitting that power pole, and so I got doubly wide there before I could fully correct it and get it right.
Left 4 long past junction, opens and tightens over crest, don't cut. 40 past junction, crest. Right 3 don't cut for 100 past junction, crest.
Stall it out there for a moment. It cost me some time. I was just fine. Yes, I was a hair wide there, but I wasn't going to lose any time from that, as I had the lift to cover that without losing any speed. And I ended up stalling out on a point where I should have been flat out on the gas. So this is the same section I went over last time, but it was in reverse, so we're heading back the other way.
And crest. And keep right over crest, and crest, 40 past junction, crest jump maybe, and crest into left 6 through dip, continues over crest.
Stage 5, I actually did have a green sector and then one red sector where it was less than a second lost. I had only about 2 seconds lost on the other sector, so outside of the one
middle over crest, and
Big
middle
mistake
over
that
long
I
crest.
made.
Jump maybe, 40.
Where I did that radiator
Small crest, jump
damage
maybe.
and lost a lot of time.
100 past junction, left 6
Had
over
a
bump.
really, really good
And
2
continue to 100 over jump.
stages with
Right
combined
forward,
outside of
long
that one mistake, 15 seconds
40.
lost.
Crest jump.
I've actually
200,
already approached
middle
that
over
now, I
crest.
believe.
Into left 6, 100, left 2.
There's a big difference between just doing versus doing and commentating.
100. Crest.
Did not say
jump,
turn 2.
80.
There's the turn 2.
Small crest, 120. Crest. And right 5 times 4.
Big air on that one.
And opens over crest.
5 and a 4 coming up.
And left 6 through dip.
Oh, stalled out again.
Into
Too
crest
long
jump,
off the gas there.
100.
It was brief though.
Caution,
We
long
recovered
right,
quickly.
Jump, immediate left 4, half long. Crest jump. Crest 100. Left 5 over crest. Into care, right 2.
Yeah, 18 seconds down now, halfway through.
And left
Could
6
be,
through
should
dip.
be better
Into right 6.
by a good 10
80
seconds or
past
so.
junction. Left 6 over crest.
I'll take it.
3,
It's
half
not a
long.
bad time.
60, right 5 half long. And left 5 long over crest. 60. Right 3 long over bumps. 40. Caution right 4 over crest. Stay right and line. Into right 4 over crest. Jump maybe, don't cut. 80. Care left 6 long over crest. And left 3 half long. Opens past junction. 250.
That's
long
one of those
through
danger
dip.
zones.
Right 4 long over crest. 130.
Quick little S's, only the mild curves, but the unforgiving edge to that road.
Long over crest bump. Into left 6, 200.
Still 18 down, so
Left 5 long
that
over
was
crest,
only a
jump
couple
maybe,
tenths
keep
of a
in.
second lost on
150,
that
care, right 4 over
sector.
crest,
So that was good. That
jump
was our
maybe
best
past
sector yet.
junction, don't cut.
Haven't had any greens this time after
100,
getting greens in
left
each of the
5
last
long
2
over
stages.
Small crest. 80, long crest. Right 3, half
Let's
long.
see.
Caution middle over big jump. Right 6, crest. 40, left 4 half long.
This is where I
over
had
crest,
that
don't cut. 80. Right 5 over crest, jump maybe, don't cut.
problem on that
60.
previous stage.
Caution line over jump 120. Right 4 long, opens over bump. And tightens 40, left 4 long. Opens into turn square left long, don't cut. 60, right 6 past junction, crest. 80 through dip. Left 5 over crest, 100.
Ooh,
Right
lost
6.
a good amount of time that time, but we are nearly to the end of this stage with a clean run here,
Bump, 60.
and only a small
Keep
amount of
right,
time
crest,
lost,
jump,
so that's
40, left 5 long, keep in.
successful
Opens
stage.
over crest, 100. Right 4 long past junction. 60 over small crest. Into left 6 through dip and continues over crest jump. 40. Right 5 half long. 80. Middle over crest. 150 through dip. Middle over crest jump. 200. Right 4 half long over crest jump maybe. 100.
Ooh,
Left 6 long. 200 through
ooh,
dip
recovered it.
to finish.
Alright. Not bad, not bad. It's all red, but it's still not bad. It should be in less than 30 seconds, yes. 25.977 down, right there in 4th place, which is where I am in the standings. I do lose about 6 seconds on Vasily, but big news. Manami retired from the race lead. Whoa. That puts me up into 3rd. Dahl, Vasily. Gautier was the one who was ahead of me there. Picked up about 10 seconds on me, but you can see that there's more than 2 minutes between us. So I'm not too worried about that. And I've now got nearly a minute on Clark. And still just 40 seconds behind Vasily. So into the top 3, onto the podium for now. A chance to move up one more step. Racing Vasily. And of course, if Dahl or Vasily have a problem, like Minami just did in the last stage, we could move up yet further. Okay, stage 8, and we are back to some nighttime racing. This stage is quite a bit shorter here than the last one, and we will get straight into it straight away. But as we are loading, quick update. Last episode, I reported that I would have my new racing wheel by this episode, and technically I do have it, but I'm not using it yet.
3, 2, 1, go. Right 6 over crest.
It happens to be a certain time of year, certain magical time of year, that people get things for one another. Often put them under things that grow. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, as part of the agreement for picking that up, I talked my wife into allowing me to get that for, essentially for myself, and for actually both Christmas and my birthday, which is 2 days after. Well, that was a fun ride. We just did a full barrel roll and came out unscathed.
Crest jump, 60. Crest jump maybe, left 5. And crest jump into right 6 long over crest pump past junction. And right 6, crest jump maybe, and left 3 long.
Got wide again there, and we're less than a second down, even after a barrel roll, and a couple mistakes. So we're looking pretty good on that. But anyway, yeah, happy wife, happy life. I never even got a chance to look at it, which is totally fine. It arrived via Amazon and on my doorstep, and I brought it in the door on my way actually to go pick her up. And then as soon as we returned home, she instantly wrapped it and put it under the tree. So I will receive it here in just over a week from now, and I'll be debuting it shortly here. Oof, that was nasty. I recovered quickly enough, but the car stalled out on me there for that moment, so it still took another couple of seconds to get going again. Shouldn't be too bad off though. I think we're doing okay on time, though I think we're going to be down at least a few seconds this sector, or 10. So, the sector that I barrel roll on, I end up less... Ooh, I clipped that power pole.
And crest jump maybe into right 4 long times 3 to left 3 half long into crest jump maybe 130 past junction crest, right 5 long over bridge stone.
Whoa! Oh, we landed very, very top heavy, and I think we hit a little bumper, not just wheels. What's this DC? What's the DC?
Crest, right 3 don't cut, 100 past junction.
Oh, don't cut.
Crest.
Gotcha.
100. Right 4 long, opens over crest past junction.
But it gave instructions without with nothing but a DC. I was very confused by that.
Crest jump maybe. Into middle over crest jump, 60. Caution right 6 past junction, into middle over big jump, and crest jump. 150 over bumps past junction. Water temp is rising. Bump left
Water
6,
temp's rising.
middle over crest jump maybe.
Haven't even crashed.
Crest, and keep
You
right
know,
over
besides
crest.
that barrel roll that we
40 past
seemingly
junction,
were
crest jump
unscathed
maybe,
from.
and crest into left 6 through dip, continues over crest. 200 past junction. Right 6 over crest. And caution, right 5 over crest jump maybe. 40, keep left over crest. Finish.
Green on the final sector. That'll make up a little bit of time. And, ooh, that was a good amount of time made up. We pulled back at least 4 seconds there and got right back to 4th with Dahl and Vasily ahead of us. Gautier gaining 2 seconds We put a little more distance on Clark, who's down in 4th. So we're still looking pretty comfortable here in 3rd place, though Vasily is now 45 seconds ahead. So barring any problems, I think we're on our way towards a 3rd place. And this one, with just 2 stages left, we've got 8K to cover on this stage, and it's relatively straight on with not a whole lot of tight curves, so pace is going to be high again. That was the only night stage. We're back to the afternoon here for stage 9. Final chance on repairs. A few obvious places where some repairs are needed. The radiator, the drive shaft taking a real beating with these jumps. The exhaust also a bit damaged, and the engine. Let's see, bodywork's fine. Suspension's definitely not fine. Let's get that up, and we'll put the rest into the engine. And there you go. That's definitely not happy zone, but that'll get us to the end, I think.
5,
2 to go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Right 4 over crest and crest, and left 4 opens 40. Right 4 half long past junction 150. Left 3 over crest 60. Right 4 opens over crest 40. Left 4 long over crest, don't cut 80. Right 4 over crest and middle over crest. And left 4 long and right 5 into middle over crest jump.
A little squirrely there for a second. Got it straightened out quick. We're off to a decent start here. I could push it a little more, but we'd be risking. The road's a little skinnier here than it's been on most of the stages, as it seems to be opening up a little bit now. Oh, it's getting skinny again, and right away, there we go. Okay, we recovered quickly. I was headed for those trees. I had to brake pretty hard there. That's why we started fishtailing around a little bit. We're only 3 seconds down after that mistake. And that mistake cost me at least 3 seconds, so we were kind of right on par with, likely with Dahl anyway. It's been Manami or Dahl every stage, and now that Manami's out, it's probably Dahl as your pace setter.
Left 6 over crest jump into left 3 don't cut.
Decent save there.
180 past junction.
I know that when I'm pushing that little bit harder, and as long as I keep it going, that's when I'm gaining time. Times where I'm nice and conservative, where I'm losing a few seconds here, a few seconds there. I'm slowly drifting back. But with 45 seconds to second place, I probably should just go conservative so I don't make a major mistake and lose a ton of time. So we're just 5 seconds down here. That was about 1.5, 2 seconds lost on that sector.
Middle over long crest 60 past junction, crest jump and line over crest jump maybe.
Started too far to the right side, so could not get to the apex at all, which meant even though I had the right pace for the corner, could not get down to the apex, so got right to the edge, had to slow down some extra to make that corner.
And over crest jump maybe and bump. Into crest jump maybe 40 bump. Into caution left 4 half long over crest. Jump back on exit 100 past junction. Left 4 opens over crest 60 small crest. Into right 4 half long over crest 60 past junction. Left 4 over crest jump maybe 40 crest past junction.
Glad I slowed down on that one.
Right 5 long
Even though I was
crest,
already on 4. I had accelerated quite a bit.
crest
10
maybe.
seconds now, so that's another 5 lost.
Into 2 crests. And left 4 times over
That's
crest don't
that's
cut.
not worrying.
And open
10 seconds down is not going to hurt me
and
any.
crest. And caution right 4 over
15 is
six
not going to hurt me any if that's where I end up finishing.
jump 80 through deck.
Got plenty of cushion in 4th place.
Crest jump maybe. Caution
Good
left
save.
6 long over bump.
It's almost no time lost. I think there's more time lost there on that little bump of the berm on the right than there was going off to the left. Oh, I misread that. I heard right 4. Right between the trees. I misheard my co-driver, and I thought this turn was coming over that crest. And instead I drove right into the trees, but amazingly avoided the trees and got right back on the road with very little time lost. There we go. That, of course, was red, probably 15, 17, so I lost a couple extra seconds there. That put me just behind Clark by 1 second and out of fourth for the first time in a while. But again, Gautier just gaining 5 seconds, so no worries. But another 7 seconds behind Vasily. Pretty much seals third place now. Big cushion either side, second, fourth. Dahl, big cushion in the lead. So the standings in the top, well, 7 shouldn't change at all. After that, you got guys with damage and problems, and like O'Brien just dropped another 5 places with another problem. But all the top guys should be comfortably where we're at here in the final stage, unless somebody crashes and has a problem. 8K, again, couple of tighter turns on this one. That will definitely have to slow down intensely on. So we gotta be careful on those, but they're pretty early in the stage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And left 5 half long, 60 past junction, right 4 times the 3, 60 past junction, right 5, 80, left 3 half long past junction, don't cut, 130, caution, crest jump maybe, into hairpin right, don't cut, 80 past junction, left 4 half long, keep very end.
Alright, we're off to a really good start here so far.
Right 6 over crest jump maybe. 100 past junction. Left 3 half long past junction. Don't cut. Opens. 80. Right 4 long. Don't cut. 40 middle over crest jump maybe. 60 middle over long crest into turn square right. Don't cut. Middle over crest. 200.
There's the other big tight turn.
Through dip. Middle over crest.
That was decent enough. I think we could be green here on this first sector. Yes, we are. 6 seconds. Nice. That is the best sector I've had. And then I immediately go and do that, give those seconds back. That was probably 4 seconds given back, but whoa! Okay. I know I was at the edge of the road, but I did not think I was hitting anything.
Continues over 2 small crests, 130. Right 5 over crest, 100. Left 5 over crest, continues through dip. And crest, jump maybe past junction, 80. Caution, right 4 over crest, times 3, long, 80 over bump. Left 6 times 3, over crest, long, 60 crest. Jump maybe into bump. Right 5 long, don't cut, crest 80. Caution crest, turn left 4 deceptive, 60 through dip.
Left 4 deceptive, there we go. Okay, that time was lost, and in fact it got overturned, but at least that first sector was just a fantastic start. And definitely should secure that third place. Well, I said it was already secured anyway. So, just happy I got one really nice sector there.
Small crest jump maybe 60. Middle over long crest 80. Right 5 long over crest times 3 100.
The sun peering through with those trees on the right a moment ago. I thought that was the road for a second. Nearly turned that way, and last second I realized it was not. Pulled back to the left, straightened it out, and then the turn came up. Ooh, that was close.
Into middle over crest jump. Into left 6 half long over crest jump maybe.
That was close as well. Still fighting with it a little bit. Another 4 seconds down. Still fighting with it. There we go. I'll straighten back out. I have no idea what the turn is here.
Into left 5
There it is.
tightens 3. And
I
right
missed
3
the
over crest, don't
co-pilot
60.
message on that one,
Long
and it had
crest
already
and
disappeared.
crest. Left 6,
Whoa,
80.
whoa. Quickly recovered. Hit a tree, spun around backwards. At least I recognized where I was and what the space was, even though I couldn't really see it. Though you can adjust the look there, like I just did for a moment. Oops, stalling, stalling, stalling. Come on, recover, recover. We're almost to the end of this race. Let's get there.
Into right 4. And left 4 half long. Opens crest, jump. And crest. Into left 4, tightens 3 past junction. And right 5 over crest. And left 4 long, past junction, don't cut, tightens 3 long. And right 4 half long, opens to finish.
There we go. End of the race. Comfortably in 3rd place. We got a podium. We got 2nd on the stage. Just a few tenths above Vaselli, but that's still a great finish. The first sector is what really did it for us, because definitely made some mistakes otherwise. Gautier down there in 4th, DeLuca, Ruiz. Anybody have any big problems here at the end? O'Brien continued to lose time after the last stage mistake. And this stage, Papin Tanu with the mistake there. And yes, we finish in 3rd place overall. That's going to be worth a decent amount of points and a decent amount of credits. 200 and, well, let's round up just a hair to 220,000 credits. So great job there. Not much going into repairs. Those rewards bonuses are so nice with all of, or nearly all assists turned off. It's actually been a long time. I don't even remember what the setup is. I know we made it essentially as difficult as possible, or very, very close to it. Alright, so that helps us move up in the championship. DeLuca drops to 7th. I'm actually only in 5th place right now, as we are halfway through. After 2 6th places, a 3rd helps move us up a bit. Dahl moves into the lead. Manami with that last place, and DNF drops to 2nd. Clark is relatively close. We could still catch Clark. We could still get into promotion places with 3 races left, especially when my best race, Germany, for this car anyway, is still upcoming. And the hardest races are out of the way. So if we can get essentially 3 more podiums, I would definitely not rule out a promotion to the Masters class and the final one, with still quite a few car classifications yet to get through. I'm going to go ahead and save and exit for a moment. Let's do a check-in on the cars and the team. We've got 312,000 credits right now. Let's start with team management. No new perks, no new engineers. We still have a good distance to cover. We're going to get a new engineer and the final perk for our crew chief right about the same time, but that's a lot of miles still to cover before that's going to happen. But looking at stages, we're down to 18 for both Altman and Okazawaya, and add 40 stages, but one race is just 10 stages, so it's going to still be 2 races before they run out. So no need to renew just yet, but we will need to renew after the next race. So let's take a look in the garage. So we are in Group B 4-wheel drive right now. We already own both cars in the Group B rear-wheel drive, so we are ready to move up next season. And here is Group A, and we can afford one of them already. Lancia, Ford Cosworth. Max power is essentially the same, though the RPM goes way higher on that Lancia. The weight Lancia's lighter than all of them. Ooh, they're all different speeds. The Ford's a 7-speed, the Subaru's only a 5-speed, the Lancia's got a 6-speed, and they're all 4-wheel drive. Well, I don't need to decide which one I'll be racing for quite a while, as we'll have at least an entire season in the classification between. So let's just get the first one purchased. There's our next car. Look at the liveries here. Barracuda. Oh, okay. I recognize this one. This is the one that I raced in my career when I was going through. I thought it was the Subaru, but no, it's that Ford. Alright, well there's the first car of Group A already purchased. Just 2 to go on that one. So we're going to easily move through the classifications after we've had to do 2 seasons here because there was 5 cars to purchase. Only having 2 and 3 there is making it real easy. And only 2 here and only 2 there and only 4 there. So I have a feeling that we are from now on through the 2010s, which means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons left before we move into Rally Cross. And with 6 seasons, I could actually tell you now, we're not going to get to Rally Cross before Dirt Rally 2 comes out. And we start that one in a similar fashion, as that's coming out in February. That's only a couple months away. So with that in mind, we're probably only going to get through these next couple classifications anyway. So we definitely want to buy every car we can get our hands on, as that does come with bonuses for the game Decathlon. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get the next championship, the next race of the championship started. Okay, we stick with our car as per the rules. Sweden in the snow. 12K for stage number 1. I will take the time to try to balance the car right. So we will do some shakedowns. Let's start with the shakedown to see how it feels first. This is one of those nice ones because you almost always stay in the track because the snow will push you. But that does not mean you don't ride up and on those berms if you get too hard over. So.
Right 3 and left 6 into right 5 long times 3 past junction 40. Left 4 over bump into left 3 long opens over crest 60. Right 2 half long.
Hello sign. Whoops. I was saying.
Right 3 over crest bump 60.
I go right up and over.
Right 5 80.
Car doesn't feel too bad actually, but just trying to get used to how this is different from Finland, as we are full on in snow now instead of.
Right 3 into open hairpin left. And right 3 over crest 40.
Whoops. That's a penalty waiting to happen.
Left 5 over bump 40. Right 3 half long over crest. And left 6. And right 6 line for 100.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That was wild. Need a snowmobile. Okay, setup wasn't too bad. A lot of it was on me, but I think there's a minor tweaking that I could do. So let's see. Deuces oversteer. There was a fair amount of oversteer, not a ton. So we'll try to change that just a little. Better traction with a strong, so we definitely want to improve traction a bit. Viscous. I'll leave those the way they are. They seem very committed. I will go towards short. I just about always do that these days. I'm going to go with just those two minor changes so far. We will check the suspension and damping next time. If it is required, let's do another shakedown. See if I've got the car under a bit more control than I had.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 4 opens long. And left 4 long over bump. And crest 40. Right 4. Right 3. And left 6. Into right 5 long times 3 past junction 40.
There you go. It's already feeling much better.
Into left 3 long opens over crest 60.
And it wasn't feeling that bad before, but
Right 2
clearly see I've got a decent control of this car now. I'm having to slow down slightly more with the setup changes, but I have the stability that I need. It's not getting away from me. That corrections, right? The corrections are pretty easy. That I will do here a lot though. That's pretty minor. That was entirely on me, not on the setup. I just caught the berm and it turned me around.
Left 5 over bump 40. Right 3 half long over crest. And left 6. And right 6 line for 100.
Okay. Keep that in mind when I run the actual stage, but there you go. That was decent enough, so I think the setup is close enough now that we can begin the race. 12K. It's not a short stage.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Left 4 opens long. And left
In
4 long
fact,
over bump.
it is a double
And crest 40.
stage to open.
Right 3. And left 6. Into right 5 long times 3 past junction 40. Left 4 over bump. Into left 3 long opens over crest 60. Right 2 half long. And left 4 80. Right 3 over crest bump 60. Right 5 80. Right 4 don't cut. And left 6 don't cut. Into right 5 long. And caution crest 40. Right 3 into open hairpin left.
Alright, we've done okay so far here.
Right 3 over crest 40. Left 5 over bump 40. Right 3 half long over crest. And left 6.
There you go, we are a second up, so.
Left 4 long
And that was just okay.
100. Left 3. Into right 5 tightens 3, crest bump 40. Left 4 long 60 over bump. Right 6 long tightens.
It's only one sector, but I think our name could be in the hat for a podium here
Continues for 80 and tightens over jump.
in Sweden for the race.
Over bumps. Right 5 long over crest. Into caution, keep left over jump. 130 bump bridge. 40. Left 5 over bump.
2 seconds down.
40. Caution, left
I never
4
got up to
bumps
speed
and
through there at
tightens
all,
3
so
don't
that's
cut.
definitely where
And
the time
right
losses
4
came.
130. Left 4 past junction 100.
That would also save me in spots like that right there.
Before the house turns square right. 60 past junction.
Braking before the house, okay.
Narrow from here. Right 4 long. And keep left over long crest. Right 6 80. Left 6 half long over bump, don't cut. And right 6 don't cut, bump. Left 6. Into right 5 don't cut. And caution left 6 over jump, bad camber. And small jump.
Come on, get off that
Left
big
6
old
over bump,
berm
and
of
right
snow, the
6
snow
into
bank
left 6
there.
over long crest, 80 over
Cost me a
bump.
little more time, just 7 seconds down though. We're doing just
Right 6
fine.
long over bump. And left 6 over bump continues for 80. Line for 80. left 5 over bump. Caution 60, braking crest into right 3, don't cut. 40, left 3 long, 60 crest. And right 4 through dip. 130 over small crest. Left 5 long, don't cut. Care 60, right 3 over crest. And continues over crest 60 over small crest. And left 6. Into right 6 half long over bump. And left 4 half long over crest 80. Care crest, right 3 through dip, tighten 60. Left 4 half long over bumps. Into left 4 and right 2 opens over crest. Into left 5 long tightens 3. Into right 4 half long and left 1 opens and tightens. Into right 3 60 bridge.
A little wide there, but that didn't cost me
And
anything.
right 4 into dip. And
Didn't
crest
feel like it
jump
did.
maybe
If it
60.
did, it was only a couple tenths.
Right 5 long over crest bump. Caution 60, keep right over crest bump. 40.
Fighting it, getting off the berm. Come on. That was 4 seconds gone.
Right 5 half long over
No
big
damage
bump,
done,
60. Left 6 and crest jump
Very
maybe 60 over
unforgiving.
bumps. Left 5 long continues
It's
over
forgiving
crest
to the
bump,
car.
40.
It's
Right 3
unforgiving
long
to
junction tightens.
getting off the road. Gotta very much stay on the road here in Sweden for this one to have much effect. Though if you get just to the edge a little bit, you're just gonna scoop up a little snow. So that one, it's a little forgiving.
Into right 4 half long and crest. And right 3 over bump 60. Caution left 4 over crest jump. Open for 80. Left 4 continues for 80 and crest. Right 3 into left 2 long bump.
That's an example of how it's a little bit forgiving because I was definitely on the edge of the road there.
And
But
right 3 tight, don't cut. Into crest
just
jump.
blew through a little snow and then I
And
was
left
fine.
5 half long over bumps. And right 4 half long.
Ooh,
Into left 5 half long over crest jump 40.
half spin there. Quick enough recovery. It's going to be a little time lost though here in these last couple sectors.
Left 6. And left 6 long into keep mid over big jump.
It's hard to
80.
see where the road is here.
Right 4 opens and tightens over bump.
Control's looking not quite there as it was a little bit ago. Fighting the car a lot at the moment.
Left 3 half long opens. Into right 3. And left 6. Then keep right over crest bump 60. Caution bump into left 4 times 3 over crest bad camber. And right 2 half long. And left 3 open 60 over long crest. Right 5 80 crest. Left 4 tightens over crest 60 over bumps.
I think I could probably shorten the differential a bit more. 33 seconds down now. That's a little more than I wanted.
Left 5 over jump.
Not an awful time though, but just a could be better time.
Into right 5 keep it. Into right 5
Okay,
long,
15
continue
seconds
over
better or
bump,
so.
and left 5 40. Big
Quite a few
bump.
mistakes here.
And right 5 long 40. Bump dip. Right 4 over crest bump 60 over bumps. Left 5 long continues over crest jump maybe 40. Finish.
Alright, so we open up in 7th place, 41 seconds down. You can see just how tight at the top it is, as there's only 5 seconds from me to 5th. There's only 14 seconds to 4th. Usual suspects, Dahl and Manami on top, Vaselli there with them. And there I am, just outside of the mix. Only Crawl saw any significant losses there in stage number 1, but that is also all of the time that I have currently for this episode. So there might be one more episode before I do the reveal on the wheel, and then we'll be able to go from there with a new racing wheel and see what kind of difference that makes going forward. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.